Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Wow. 21 people are here on the first second. And okay, I admit I am slightly late. Thank you for your patience. It's 2 minutes, okay? It's not exactly the German punctuality that we often discuss on these live streams. Let me just adjust the camera for a second. Okay. There we go. How is everybody doing? Welcome back to the Multilingual Book Club live stream. This is the last week of round 3. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Jadviga. How is everybody doing? What's up? Come on, tell me. How are you all doing? It is Sunday. How was your weekend? Hello, Caro. Hello, Meru. Konbanwa. Edward, it is good to see you. Die deutsche Punktualität ist wieder anwesend. Genau. The question is, where is Linda? Wo ist Linda? Is she solving a mathematical problem with her dad, or is she here? There she is. Hallo, Linda aus Deutschland. We have Sonia. Hello, good to see you. 12 a.m. in the Philippines. Is that what you said? Yeah. Good to see you, Harvey. Abdelhak, good to see you as well. Oh, Jadviga says, all good resting after finishing SETA. Congratulations. That is very, very exciting. El Dorado says, sad it is the last hangout. Well, don't worry. This is the last hangout of round 3 of the book club, but we will have many, many more. So, hello, Norma is here. Buenos dias. Good morning. Just another world citizen, says Ich suis from, I can't read that, Mundo. We got a mixture of languages there. Dennis says, all weekend spent in language learning. That is great to hear. Oh, hello, Larigo. Yeah, last week, but again, don't worry. This is just the beginning. I really would love to hear from you all. How has it been? How has this book club been? I know we've talked about it a little bit all throughout, but did you like the weekly live streams? We did these every single week. How cool is that? We had 6 full weeks. It definitely makes a difference. I know for me personally, it has felt a lot longer. I mean, I guess it literally is 50% longer than the previous one. But yeah, it definitely felt longer, but it felt good. It's kind of interesting. Like the 1 month felt like a bit of a sprint. I feel like the 6 weeks, it felt very substantial. Like it really did feel like a longer project, but not too long. I don't know how to describe it. I thought it was great, but I would love to hear everybody's thoughts because I definitely did feel it made a difference from the first one. Hey, Mia, it is great to see you. I hope you're feeling better, by the way. I think I saw on your social media that you had been not feeling too well recently. So all good vibes to Mia. Hey, Irene is here. Dobry den from St. Ignace, Michigan, USA. Very cool. By the way, fun fact, when I was in Barcelona the first time, I was teaching at a school called Sant Ignacio, which I'm assuming is the same saint. Marcelo is here. Good afternoon. We have El Dorado, who says, I enjoyed it so much and it motivated me to read every day. I will do my best to continue with this routine. By the way, one thing I really would love to know from you all in this live stream, if you have a chance to leave a comment in the chat, how long would you like to wait until we start the next one? Are people feeling, really motivated to just keep this going? Last time we waited 2 weeks. Um, or do people want like a month break to kind of recalibrate, maybe finish off the book if you're still reading it? I still am. um, yeah, how do people feel? Do you want to um, take a break a bit longer? What do we think? I have some ideas for the next set of reading. I am considering doing another, like, getting to know an author sort of version. So, maybe we choose a couple different books from a single author, and that way people can choose whether they want to just tackle one book. But those of us who have a faster reading capability, maybe you have two books to read. These are some questions on my mind as we start this last book club. How was the length? How are the weekly live streams? How soon do we want to do another one of these? And do we like the idea of me introducing us to another author next time? Cool. All right, let's get into the chat. First of all, I'm so glad you're all here. And I have to say, I'm going to give an anonymous shout out, which I suppose defeats the purpose of a shout out. I am drinking a different tea today. I'm drinking Melissa, which sounds way too close in English to a woman's name, but I am drinking Melissa. This was sent to me by the same friend in Germany who sent me the fennel tea. And I've been loving the fennel tea because I missed it so much. So I've been drinking that a lot. And I hadn't actually yet tried the Melissa tea. And I could not identify what it is. I was looking before the live stream went, and I kept finding translations like balm. So I don't think I've ever tried this tea before, unless I'm being really stupid, which is probably true. So I'll be embarrassed if this is a really obvious thing, but maybe people can let me know in the chat what what. But it's lovely. So thank you. Thank you for sending this. And I'm gonna taste it. It's nice. It is very nice. Okay. I probably made a fool out of myself with this whole tea thing, but anyway, okay. So Caro very importantly says, I just published a post about cats on Journally. Amazing. I will definitely have to do that. By the way, thank you, Caro, because she reminded me to create the new topic on Journally for cats. So on Journally, there is now a topic for cats, and I did also create one for dogs because that's not a war I want to be in the middle of or on the receiving end of. So there are there are these two topic tags now, and I can't wait to see Caro's post about cats. So let's see. Yadviga says it has been challenging, but Journally and these live streams have kept me motivated to keep reading. That is great to hear. I'm so happy to read that. Zobaida, hello, good to see you. Oh, Mia says I had COVID, unfortunately, but I am better. Glad to hear you are feeling better and strong. So yeah, lots of very positive, healthy vibes to you. Hey, Zeta Monday is here. Oh wow. She says, I finished both books plus L'Ombra del Vento from round 1. Awesome book. Loved it. Wow. Congratulations. That is absolutely epic. I'm sending a lot of high five. Can we get like a big round of high fives to Jackie? By the way, for those of you who did participate in round 1 versus this round, like how did you feel about the difference in the books that we read? Because I feel like they're, pretty different style. Obviously, the book from round 1 was very, very long. I'm sorry. That was I'm still learning how to do this. But yeah, really, really interested to I just want to get lots of feedback. I'm happy when I see people having a great experience. So seeing this from Zeta Monde is wonderful. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm. Oh god, the chat moved quite a lot. Okay, just another world citizen says, "I love what you do, Robin. Your authenticity is refreshing. Keep it up." Thank you. Love that feedback. I really appreciate it. Emily is here. We have both of our journaling moderators in the house, Linda and Emily. Emily says, "Hi everyone. I was here early, but the video didn't start automatically. The reminder was super helpful." I'm glad to hear that. Um, Angela says, "Personally, I am super motivated to keep going with it. I'm enjoying it immensely." That's good to hear. But Medu says, "Maybe a longer break till December 1st." Yeah, I guess that's kind of interesting because, I'm assuming a lot of people are going to be pretty busy over the Christmas period for some of us, or the New Year period. So I don't know if people want to have a book club spanning that period or not. Maybe we could do one in the new year. Like that would be cool, right? Like it's the new year, everybody's motivated to make some killer habits. The only problem is we have like just over 2 months. So I don't know if that's a bit too long. Maybe we could do like a mini book club where we could do like something extensive reading. Like the goal could be a shorter time frame, but reading something that is a really good level for us that we can accomplish in a short time. That could be an idea. And then we could try doing a bigger book club again in the new year. What do we all think about that? Um, Jadwiga says, "As a student, I would not allow myself to read fiction because there were always books or materials for university left unread. But I'm so glad I stuck to this challenge and completed it. Congratulations. Seriously. I'm really, really happy for you. I'm going to be so happy. Every single person I read having a good experience just warms my heart." Uh, Zeramonde says, "1 month break sounds good. Coming back for December would be nice." Okay. That's another data point. Um, Oh, Linda says, "I finally finished Seta in Italian. Love the weekly live streams. I have other books to read, so I wouldn't mind if we had some weeks break." Um, Michael Phillips says lemon balm tea. That could be it, but I don't see any lemons in the picture. Once again, I might be being an idiot. So I apologize. Um, Okay, Carol says, "I liked the length and the live stream. I think mid-November would be a good time to start the next round and finish it somewhere in December." Yeah, I'm thinking I'm kind of liking the idea of maybe doing like a extensive reading version, right? So in my case, maybe reading a graded reader in Mandarin Chinese, for example, or something like that. And then those of us who would benefit from some really solid extensive reading, right? Because I know for a lot of us, the last few book clubs were really pushing our skills, right? A lot of you are just amazing at your languages, and this was no problem. But I think for a lot of us, this was pretty challenging. So I'm liking the idea of, yeah, maybe like a either 2 week or 4 week, like nice number. But yeah, slightly shorter, a little bit easier for us, right? But really, aim for that extensive, rich reading experience. Maybe we could even bring back Jared from Mandarin Companion. I did a series of him all about extensive reading. That could be fun. And yeah, I like the idea of doing a really amazing, epic, epic book club at the start of the year. And then maybe we could do some really special things. Because I have some cool ideas. Okay, I'm going to tell you all one of my ideas. Please let me know if you like it. I think it would be cool if every round of the book club we had a bookmark, right? And I had different ideas. Like on one idea, we could do a competition. Like we could actually, you guys, you could all participate, those of us who are designers and stuff like that, we could actually have a little bookmark for every round. Um, and then I could sort of have it, created nicely and I could send it to you to print out. I have thought in the past, wouldn't it be cool if I could actually send them? But that would probably be quite expensive. I don't know. I want to find ways for us to I just think that'd be so fun because then you could collect them. Obviously on Journaly, we have the badges for every book club. Do we have badges? I don't think we've done the badges yet. We should definitely have Journaly badges for the book club. Okay. A lot of cool ideas. But I just thought the bookmark would be something really cool. What do you all think? Maybe one day you get like a bookmark and then you also get like your activity tracking sheet because I'm definitely going to design it digitally next time so people can download the tracking sheet and just print it off and use it. I'm so excited. I think this book club is going to really evolve into such a cool thing. I don't know. I really like it, but I'm rambling and getting behind on the chat. Sorry about that. Okay. Larry Go says 2 weeks break seems good. I'm always up for more. I don't mind a longer break though. Okay. Melissa is lemon balm, I think, from Zeramonde. Meru also says I think it's called lemon balm. Okay, so we now know, and I probably shouldn't have shared that publicly. But there we go. Tastes really nice. I like it. Kara says, oh no, hang on. Yeah, Jadwiga says, I would be okay to start another book club in 2 weeks from now, I think, but no more than 1 month or 5 weeks. Edward says, Caro, the new cat tag seems to be working. There are lately several news stories about cats. The new category is just wonderful. I think Edward has been waiting to say that all week, probably. Okay, Michelle is here. Good afternoon, Michelle. Emily says, I would love some good tea recommendations. I had a tea shop I used to go to in Canada, and I'm looking for a good one here in Brazil for when my tea runs out. Yeah, there's a really good tea shop here I like. Let's see. Sam says, Hi, Robin. Good to see you again this week. I hope you and the wonderful language learners in the live stream are doing well. It seems like it. Okay. So now we have Zeramonde. We have the big question who asks, so how about a cat in your life then, Robin? I have to admit, I want one or two. I do actually love dogs as well. I especially being in San Francisco, it's like everybody has a dog and every cafe is super dog friendly. It's just dogs everywhere. And I had favorite dogs in every cafe because I knew all the regular customers. Correction, I knew their dogs. I didn't know the people. But anyway, since I came back to the UK, I've always loved cats. I've always adored cats. Cat videos are one of the best parts of my life. I also feel like my life is a cat video. It's just that I'm the big cat. So yeah, I love cats. I would love to have a cat in my life. I'm thinking maybe next year. Let's see. Oh no, the cat. I was gonna say the cat jumped. I meant to say the chat jumped. I always find it funny when we talk about cats, and then I immediately have to talk about the chat because in French, cat is chat, and am I hyper? I think I've been on a kick today. I recorded 2 podcast episodes this weekend for Patreon supporters. So if you're on Patreon, very exciting. There'll be an episode of the podcast coming out tomorrow, I believe. And then there'll be another one 1 week later. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Dennis says, Robin, thank you very much for your videos. They are inspiring to learn foreign languages. And at the same time, watching them helps me learn English. I have an intermediate level of English. Well, you write very well. Meru says, very good question to Zeramonde. I think that it's possible that you could all convince me to get a cat sooner. Um, I'd be so anxious about the name. It's a lot of pressure. Do people okay, because a lot of you have cats with really cool names. I always wondered how much pressure or anxiety do you feel? Like, is it a thing that you spend ages on, or do you just pick anything once you actually have the cat? Um, okay. Sam says, I am a little too excited to share my progress. Feel free to ignore the following story if you want. Following you since last winter, thanks to YouTube's algorithms, by the way. Cool. That's great to hear. Um, Sonia says, I'm new here. What do you think about language learning with graphic novels or comics? Um, I think it's great. I think especially if you like graphic novels and if you enjoy comics. Obviously, I entered the language enthusiast passionate sphere through Japanese, and so um, obviously manga being a very very popular thing in Japanese, and I had a great time reading some pretty easy sort of level mangas. I didn't do it extensively once I got a bit more advanced, but I think it's great. I think if you enjoy graphic novels and comics, it's an awesome thing to do. I think end of the day, anything that you can do that is stuff that you love that involves you in cultural content from with the language that you're learning, I think it's great. So um ooh, Billy is here. Hey, Billy. Billy says, I'm here and listening. I am at work. So on the roofs and in attics. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I appreciate the persistence being here. Um, Sam says, last summer I decided to start reading extensively because of my interview with Jared. I started with one of the Agatha Christie stories. I found it hard, so I decided to read Sherlock Holmes because it's much more enjoyable to me. And this week, I realized I'm having too much fun and less learning because my language gets so much better. That is fantastic. Um, Linda says, I like round one because it had no end, and thus I had all the time to finish reading it. This round I found it a bit short, but I didn't read Novecento. I see. Good to know. So it um sounds like overall people seem to enjoy the 6 weeks more than the 4 weeks. It sounds like 4 weeks was definitely a bit too short. So um Sam says, I started reading the Agatha Christie stories and I can't believe how far I went in these last 6 months. So I'm willing to work on writing from now. Cool. Well, there is a platform that's really good. I hear it's pretty good for writing in foreign languages. It's called Journaly. Just a thought. Maybe you should check it out, do a bit of writing, get some good feedback. um, so let's see. Oh, Sam says, thanks for your work and your time reading my story. I knew you would read it. You know me, I can't let a good story from the community go unread or unheard. El Dorado says 2 months is too long. Let's do a mini one before the year. And yeah, I like it. I'm really liking this. I might reach out to Jared for doing some kind of fun, um, extensive reading collab type thing. Michelle says, I'm looking forward to the next book. A 2 month break would be too long for me. I agree with a mini reading between now and the new year. Okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. This is good feedback. Irene says, if you have the session, I will come. Larry Go says, good idea. Mini book club before the busiest season. Okay. I like it. I'm pretty convinced. Um, I just saw, I just saw Jackie's, yes, big book club. Yeah, yes. See, corazón, corazón, corazón. um, okay, I think we got a good plan. By the way, I'm pretty excited about the next author I want to introduce us all to. I'm gonna be reading in another language, I think, and it's gonna be really special. So I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Um, let's see. Sorry, Jackie's message made me jump further down the chat because I got the. Luke says winter break for college students gives a good time to get extracurricular reading time. That's a good point, actually. That is a good point. Natalia says, "Hi, Robin, and all of the reading folk here in the chat and in the club. I finished Novecento in German. I like it very much. Thank you." That is good to hear. Good to hear. Um, what can we do to make this even more fun? Are there any ideas? Is it already perfect? I still really wish we had groups on Journally. It's coming. I promise it's coming. Um, I love the bookmark idea personally. I like the idea of having all these little printouts and things that you get for participating. I like the idea of getting badges on Journally. I think the weekly live streams are fun. Okay, the most challenging aspect of this being a book club for me is discussing the book itself, right? Just because again, we're all at different reading speeds, different reading levels. Um, I'm still not sure the best way to do that. That's kind of why I think maybe having groups on Journaly will be really great because people could join a group that maybe is at a you could you could make a group and agree on certain milestones within that group and then you get to have that rich community discussion. But yeah, it's kind of hard. Emily says, I loved round 3. I just finished SWA earlier and unfortunately was unable to finish my 10-day challenge for Novecento because life got in the way. But I plan to finish it by the end of next week for sure. Linda says, es gibt Melisse und Zitronenmelisse. Good to know. Okay. I like this tea. It's really nice. It's more subtle than the fennel. Okay, Katisha says, or Katisha, Katisha, I'm so sorry, says, recién empecé mi libro segunda, decidí leer Crepúsculo porque era un libro favorito que me gustaba en colegio. Es divertido estar con la historia de nuevo. Bienvenidos de Atlanta. So recently I started my second book. I decided to read Crepúsculo because it was one of my favorite books that I loved. I guess colegio, so like in high school ish. It's fun to be with that story again. Good to hear that. I love it. Angela says, I love the extensive version mini book club idea. A break from the harder things would be nice, but I don't want to get out of the habit of reading. Okay, I'm pretty set at this point. I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna do a mini book club, an extensive reading bonanza. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Okay, leave it with me. I'm gonna work on this. This is gonna be great. Okay. Oh, the chat jumped. Okay. Toby says, "Hi Robin, just wanted to say thank you so much for this book club. It's given me the push I needed to just go for it and read my first ever full-length novel in a foreign language." That is absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad to read that. Congratulations, Toby. Mary says, "Oh my god, the bookmark idea is so amazing." Okay. Emily says, "I second the bookmark idea." Okay. It sounds like the bookmark is catching steam. What do we think about the idea of having it being community based, right? Like, what do we think about letting all of you? I'm not sure how to do it. We could leverage Instagram, I guess, like letting all of you submit designs. It just might be so difficult to choose. Like, oh my gosh, I would have such a hard time. I feel like we'd need some kind of voting mechanism. I'll keep thinking about this. Happy to take your suggestions. Mm, yeah, this is challenging. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay, Michael Michael Phillips says confirmed. Te Kana Melissa tea is a mixture of lemon balm and lemon verbena. Oh, very cool. ECCC says hi Robin, hi everyone. Cat person here. um, Larry Go says you can always adopt a cat and then a dog as well. This is true. By the way, some of my favorite cat videos, or I love when like there's a dog and a cat and they're like best friends. I saw a video the other day of a cat just like lying on a dog, and the dog's just like walking around, and the cat's just like its tail is going everywhere. Um, by the way, how cool are tails? I feel like cats are just showing off when they're like flapping it around for no reason except just showing off that they have a tail, and we don't. That's my thought. Alemán Explicado, great to see you again. Says I couldn't make it last week and today I was late, but I'm here again. Hello, everybody. Norma says yes, get a dog. I do love dogs as well. I really do. I wish I had a cute Shiba. I feel like I'm gonna go way. This is gonna be a rabbit hole about my personality and how I feel like it's kind of a mix of like a Shiba and a curious cat. Um, but that's a different conversation, I think. Um, ECCC says I've always had cats in my life, and all of them were silly names. Kara says I have to name. Um, I have two names for cats, but no cats. Oh, I see. Chlodvig for an orange tomcat and Casimir for a black cat. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I have dog names, but no dog. I have some cat names too, but I feel like it's just hard to pick the right one. I don't know. Michael says I always liked Russian blue cats, but they're expensive. Rag dolls are very sweet. Mm. Okay, Meru is an expert on not just cats, but cat names. She has Rambo and Chino. And I have been very actively contributing to the list of cat nicknames. If anyone needs nicknames for your cats, I can help. So Meru says, you just feel your way to a name. There are cats where you just know what to name them. That was the case with Chino's name. Rambo was already named when I got him. Aw. Edward says, Caro, I already told you those are horrible names. That is not very nice, Edward. Um, hey, Lindy's here with a peace sign. Lindy, if you're still here, I would love to know your opinion. I should probably just write to you, but since you're in the chat, because Lindy's a designer, Lindy's amazing and wonderful. I would love your opinion on the idea of having a bookmark design for every book club. I think it's such a cool idea. It sounds like something that be right up your alley. Where are we at? Okay. So Roman, it's good to see you. Okay. Does anybody remember my daily language diary a year and a half ago where Roman made fun of my Americano? So I did a whole introduction the next day with like epic B-roll of me making an espresso dedicated to Roman. So good to see you. Okay, Michelle says, I wait until I meet the animal before giving it a name. I give my animals names because, based on one of the languages I'm learning. Oh, that's interesting. My dogs had Japanese names, Yuki and Kaya. Oh, my cat has a Chinese name, Ming Li. It's really cool. Yeah, Meru says, welcome to our live stream shenanigans, Lindy. Yeah, these are fun. I think these are good times, and everyone is convincing me to get a cat. Let's see. Michael, oh, this is interesting. Michael Phillips says, what about some live readings on YouTube? We could read along with you. That'd be kind of cool. Interesting idea. Zeta Monday says, Now I wonder which language Robin's cat name would be in. Like Johnny, John, Juan, Gianni in Italiano, something Asian. What about Kuma the cat? I think Kuma could be a cool cat name. It'd have to be a pretty particular kind of cat, though, I guess. Okay, book club stuff. Roman said every time I bring up cats, it dominates the chat, which I love. It's kind of fun. Roman says, I have read and loved Seta, and I'll be reading Novecento sooner or later. Not participating, but I'm enjoying what everyone says. Good to see that. Roman says, I think I know who the next author is. Really? How would you know that? Okay, so many of you are really good at reading in your foreign languages, but now we have people who can read my mind. Okay, I'm scared you're gonna get it right. Why don't you put in the chat who you think the next author is gonna be? I'm not sure if I'm gonna tell you if you're correct. I'll send you a DM. But it's gonna be really good. I'm so excited. I think it's gonna be really, really nice. And the next author, their writing style is really ideal for reading in foreign languages. I think it's very easy reading, very funny and humorous, but not in an overly difficult way. I think it's really approachable. So I'm very excited to introduce this author to you all. Billy says the problem with long breaks is that people get demotivated, just like working out. It's very difficult to get going again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna do mini extensive reading book club followed by big, giant, exciting book club. Rangon's Cuban is here. Good to see you. Casey says my book club uses the spoilers in Discord to chat while reading. Yeah, it's so hard. I personally hate spoilers. Like I hate it when somebody just ruins a movie for me or whatever. So, yeah. Edward says, I find the idea of choosing a book to one's own liking was just amazing. That's what worked best for me personally, but I guess I could always do the same with other types of book club too. I see. As well, yeah. Emily says, maybe if we had checkpoints, we could discuss the chapters. Yeah, it's true. For example, the last few live streams, we can talk about the contents of the book. I personally also enjoy just talking about our weeks. Yeah, I really like how these weekly live streams are just a nice way to stay motivated, to stay accountable. I really love hearing your successes. I'm so happy that so many of you have succeeded reading these books. And it's also nice to have a safe, comfortable space to share your struggles, right? Like I love when we get to talk about the things people have difficulty with and try to support each other. That's really what this is about. It's just a cozy community activity we get to do together. So yeah. Okay, Norma says, yes, let's do a mini reading before the new year. I love the idea of extensive reading in the next round. I didn't finish Seta, but I really, really enjoyed my first round with you all. Oh, okay. Good to get all this feedback. Okay. Marilee says, Crepúsculo is Twilight. Yeah, I have to admit that's not a word I say often in Spanish. So thank you for that. Yeah, Carol says, I'd like to talk more about the content of the book. Maybe you could announce the chapters which are discussed in the live stream beforehand and split the live stream in half. Yeah, that's true. The only problem is that most of you seem to be faster than me at reading. So I'm probably always going to be behind. Yeah, Kara says first half for everybody to chat how it's going and the second half for discussing the content. That's really funny. Edward says, is the chat jumped? A hidden French English message? Yes, it is true. The cat and the chat have both jumped ship. Yeah, I think Kara has a good idea. I do think that as we do more of these book clubs, we do need to figure this out. Like, what's the best way to it is a book club, right? So people do want to discuss, and that's a fun aspect of this. So I think that Kara makes a good suggestion. Um, oh, Billy says, by the way, I'm not a cat fan. They hate me. I know. They look at me like, go away and leave us alone. That's really funny. See, cats and dogs love me almost always, but recently I have had some difficulties. I've been meeting a lot of cats out on the streets, and I had a few experiences where they were not interested, and it kind of hurt my feelings, but I'm working on getting past it. Um, Aleman Explicado says, I second Emily and Caro's ideas, checkpoints, and more discussions. Okay. Um, oh, Lindy says, LOL. By the way, who says LOL and who says lol? I've always just said lol, but people seem to attack me for it and think that it's not correct. So I don't know. LOL. I'm still here. How about one bookmark per month for like a year worth of bookmarks, and then 12 people can have a chance? Yeah, it's a good idea. I like the idea of having a book club a bookmark per book club because they're themed. So yeah, so like when I announce the author for next time. But then again, I suppose if it's monthly, then yeah, it's kind of cool because you could also theme them around like the time of year, the season. Um, I love this idea of having the bookmarks. It's just so nice when you can collect something, and I love that this is a physical thing that we could all print out and have. And when we're reading our books, it's like everybody has the same bookmark, and it's just one more community thing. I love design, and so it's a wonderful way to just bring in design in new ways into the community. Oh, I like it. Michael says, "Le chat a sauté." Octavia says, "Oh no, le chat a sauté de nouveau." Um, let's see. Octavia says, "Hi, I actually made it to the stream. I would love a cat or a dog, but can't afford either, so I became a plant mom." I feel ya. Check out that hefty bear plant over there. Um, Roman says, "Unforgettable Americano memory." I miss that espresso machine. I miss my epic coffee B-roll. But um, Sarah says, any Italian pet names you would like to have? Um, I feel like yeah, there's some really good Italian names in general. I love doing like a New York Italian accent, like super stereotypical, probably terrible. And when I do that, I normally go by Johnny. Like, hey, how you doing? I'm Johnny. Or what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I'm talking to you. Okay, you want to talk? Okay, I'm probably making a fool of myself, but I love that accent. I find it easier to be angry because I don't really get angry, and so I find that doing the New York accent really helps me with that. Like I used to, when I used to drive, I don't really have road rage, but I find it funny and I kind of appreciate it. So I would sort of pretend road rage, and it was always in either a Scottish accent or a New York sort of Italian gangster accent. Um, so I need a really cool cat to have that name, I think. Neo says, "Hi Robin, you're an inspiration to me." Aw, thank you. I'm also into language learning and programming. How much time a person should spend to learn a new language? Someone with a busy schedule. Well, let me tell you, I've been learning Mandarin Chinese now for almost 3 years. It's not I guess somewhere in the new year, it's basically 3 years, and I'm still learning it, I'm still I think that, it's becoming so trendy and popular, all these videos about how fast we can learn, right? And it can be interesting for some people, but in terms of the reality for a lot of people who don't have 6 to 7 or 8 hours a day for language learning or for one language, people that have busy jobs, people who have families, people who are students, or just people who are studying multiple languages, we don't all have that much time. And so for me, it's really been illuminating, learning Mandarin as a super busy person and trying to just approach it as most people do realistically, right? 30 minutes a day, 1 hour a day. So yeah, here I am almost 3 years later, and I'm not ashamed, right? Like this is just this is just my experience. Maybe I'm really slow at languages, it turns out. I don't know. But so for me, it could take a long time, but I think that's okay, right? And I think I really believe language learning, I say this all the time, it's such a great opportunity to practice stuff that can help us in every aspect of life, right? Like self-confidence or things like that. So in this case, I just think language learning is such a wonderful opportunity to practice enjoying the journey, because that's all we have. You don't arrive, you never get there. There's no finish line with language learning, really. It's such a great way to just embrace that aspect of life in general, right? And so, yeah, it's taken me almost 3 years of Mandarin so far, but it's been such a joy. And so I do think that there's obviously a lot of emphasis on how fast we can do things all the time, but I just think it's a really nice opportunity to remove that pressure from yourself, unless you have to, right? Some people have really, concrete reasons they need to learn quickly, but I just always love that about language learning. Um, it certainly helps me be more present in life and enjoy the journey of life too. Rangon's Cuban says there is definitely going to be a cat-based bookmark. It's probably true. Um, hey Jahira, good to see you. Yes, that is what inspired the coffee-based clip. Okay, so LKM says that they love the idea of a live reading. The only problem with live reading is which language would we read in? Because the whole point of the multilingual book club is everybody's reading in different languages. So that would be an interesting. Michael says Sarah NG, a calico cat named Campione. Oh, that's a good name. Sarah says, I'm looking forward to the next author. When will you release the announcement? I'll probably, well, okay, here's the problem. The first book club, I announced it like a full month early. Was it more than that? It was like 4 to 6 weeks early because I wanted everybody to have time. I got so many people who like finished the whole book before we even started. Some people were complaining that it was taking too long, you know. So I don't know. And then so I like announcing it early so people have plenty of time, but so many people are impatient. Caro, almost. I saw your journaling comments. You were like holding back from starting early. So yeah, I don't know. I could announce that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think? How early do you want to know the next author? Michelle says, how about a bookmark with animal sounds in each language or words meaning dog or cat? That'd be kind of cute. Jahira says, I like Lindy's idea for the number of bookmarks and chances to participate. Good to know. Oh. Jahira says, I like the idea of live readings, but I worry about copyright issues. Oh, Roman says, my guess is Keigo Higashino, because you've been waiting for years to finally read that book by him sitting on your bookshelf. Okay, I will tell you that that is not the author. However, that's definitely true. Very, very perceptive and good of you to notice that. I cannot wait to read in Japanese again, but it's gonna be a challenge. Let's see what's going on. Oh, Lindy says, gotta head out. It's almost 1 a.m. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. And thank you, everybody. Oh, by the way, one thing I really want to ask everyone's opinion. What do we think about moving the live stream 1 hour earlier? Because first of all, my good friend Richard Simcott, he always goes live every Sunday at the same time as me. So it'd be nice to move that. I know some of you like both of our stuff. And also it'd be nice if me and him could attend each other's lives. But also there are people in parts of the world where this is very late. So I'm wondering about moving it 1 hour earlier. What do we think? Um let's see. Alexei says, hello everybody. Have you ever read Stoner by John Williams? I have not. I have not. Toy says, hello from Vietnam. I've read some short stories of Oscar Wilde to practice English comprehensible reading. This needs a lot of patience. Oh my god, but the stories are so meaningful. Do you like Oscar Wilde? It's amazing. I have not read. I would love to. Very familiar with Oscar Wilde, but I've actually not read any of the stories. So that'd be a cool thing one day. Rodriguez says, how about designing bookmarks and tracking sheets? We could do that. I gotta admit, I love designing the tracking sheets, but you know, I'll probably get beaten for sure. If we do a competition for tracking sheet designs, I'll come last. So that might be a reality I have to accept. But I know Norma liked my tracking sheet design. So, but yeah, it's not a bad idea. Let's see. So Toby says, now I'm reading full on novels. I'm being exposed to a huge amount of new vocab. Do you have any advice on how to handle this? Yeah. For example, just get exposure to them and let most of the common words soak in. Okay. Sorry, I just read Casey's comment about LOL and lols. Okay, so yeah, this is tricky. So reading novels, I think, for me, by far the most difficult thing is the vocab, right? There's just so much vocabulary. I mean, it's crazy. I believe, I used to know these numbers really well. It's been a while. But I think on average, like, reading full on literature can sometimes require like a vocabulary of like 8 to 10,000 words, or at least you can encounter, around 8 to 10,000 words or something crazy in novels, right? Which is way more words than you would encounter in daily speech, right? So there's just such a large breadth of vocabulary included in novels, which is both one of the adventures and the joys of reading them, but it's definitely also one of the challenges. And so I do think that is it just depends, right? So in my case, I love looking words up. What I have found most helpful, when I've shared this a few times in these lives, right? What I have found most helpful is this approach. So I've really enjoyed this, where if you can see, I'm underlining words. So normally I look a lot of stuff up and it really slows me down, but I love it, right? I am so curious. I am like that curious cat that's like, they're gonna jump and they're gonna regret it. But you can see it in their eyes, they're wiggling the butt, and then they jump. That's me. I just can't help it. I love it. I'm so curious. But it does slow me down. So this time what I was doing is I was reading one time through. I was underlining every word that I didn't know and wanted to look up. I just kept going, and then I went back a second time. And very often I would sort of decide, you know what? I'm not going to look that one up, right? That's what I've been doing. But I think you have to find a balance that works for you, right? A lot of people hate looking up words. They just kind of go straight through it. But I would say, yeah, I'll tell you this. My strategy that I shared a long time ago when I did my experiment reading my first Spanish novel, I do recommend take the time to read the first chapter or two in great detail. So if you're encountering a lot of words you don't know and you're struggling at the start and you want to try this, really take your time. Don't rush it, right? Don't have any crazy expectations. Take your time with that first chapter or two, understand all the words, try to understand all the context, what's going on. And because what I found in my first time reading a novel in Spanish was that the first time through, I understood less than 50% of the first chapter. And most people at that point would say, "You're doomed. This is way too hard." But then when I went through and I really took the time, I took the time to understand the context, the historical context, right? People's names. There was some technical jargon in there about sewing and textiles. What I found is that in chapter 2, I understood like 80%, right? Because so much of the difficulty in the beginning is you don't know what's going on. You have no clue who we're talking about, what we're talking about. And so once I learned like 5 to 10 technical jargon words for textiles and sewing, those words came up all throughout the book. And I would have been so confused if I hadn't just taken a bit of time to learn those in the beginning. Um, so I would say, whatever you do, if you are having trouble and you're feeling overwhelmed, it can really help a lot just understanding those first couple chapters really, really well. Because then as you go forward, there's so much less effort in just trying to figure out what the heck is going on, and it really can help boost your comprehension. Um, Ranglan's Cuban says, "How about 2 or 3 bookmark designs per month? Might be a lot of work." Edwards Edward says, "Did you read Seta with that accent?" No, that would drive me and everybody insane. I read Seta in a proper Italian accent. I shouldn't say that. I'm not saying. Okay, I'm going to offend people. Having fun, but no, that'd be a fun thing. Okay, let me read one sentence. I'm going to read one sentence in my version of a New York Italian accent. Okay. Baldabbiù era l'uomo che 20 anni prima era attratto in paesi, you know what I'm saying? Aveva puntato diritto all'ufficio del sindaco. Era entrato senza farsi annunciare. How you doing? Okay, I'm sorry, that was terrible. That's not how a New York Italian would read that. I'm sorry, everybody that just heard that. Yeah, Zetamonde says, or seasonal bookmarks. We could manage 4 clubs per year, I guess. That's true. That is true. Meru says, realities of a cat owner. Your cats don't care. Your cats don't care about your live streams or your Zoom meetings. They will still throw up on your carpet. That's true. Yeah, I do have a lot of cables and wires, especially for these live streams, so that could be a problem. Wrangler's Cuban says, since it's printing, multiple designs would be easier. Unless you plan on making merch, then that's where the costs and workload might start catching up with you. Yeah, I mean, it would be a dream. Like, honestly, the only reason why, for me personally, it would be great to have lots of money. I wish I had enough money to just do it for free. I wish I had enough money where I didn't care. Okay, I'm saying, like, in general, that's not my goal in life. But in this scenario, I wish I had enough money to just make beautiful bookmarks, print them, and send them to everybody for free. But that's probably not gonna be a reality. um, let's see. Dennis says, "Can you give any advice on how to conduct group classes in a language school more effectively? I teach people the Polish language, and I try to do interesting lessons, but I would like to do better." Um, that's a big question, probably for this late in the podcast. But I think doing having themes is fun. You know, when I used to do group classes, one thing I loved to do was play. I would find these like 5 to 10 minute short documentary pieces, like really powerful, interesting, insightful things, and then base a discussion around that in the class. And that was always really great. Like, I taught quite a few classes in Barcelona where the students were so uninterested, but then that really got them going, right? I would play like a 5 or 10 minute documentary clip. I would prepare a vocabulary list ahead of time, just with some important words, and then we just have a discussion, right? And see, the challenge was who could use the most words from the vocab list, right? Or things like that. That could be a fun idea. Um, Zeramonde says, "True or chill on your keyboard when you want to work." Yeah, I've seen some great cat videos like that. Jahira says, "Love the accent. So fun. When I read to my kids, I use different voices and they love it." Oh, that's nice. At dinner, I'll try it out a bunch and some are hilarious or cute and yeah, cringy. Yeah, I would look forward to that. If I have kids one day, reading in different voices and different accents and stuff would be pretty fun. Um, Angela said, "I'm like Edward. What worked best for me was choosing books that I preferred instead of going for the ones most are reading." Yeah. Um, Michael says, "Accents are fun and they can help you prepare to speak in another language." Yeah, I honestly believe that my love for doing accents since I was a kid, I used to love it. My dad used to hate it. I'd be like, "Hello there, how's it going?" Like, "You look great today." And my dad's from Scotland. He's from Glasgow, but he doesn't. He has a Scottish accent, but it's very blended with a British accent. It's not like a super strong accent, but I would love to impersonate him with a really strong Scottish accent. And yeah, I don't know. I've always loved it, so I believe that has helped me. Um, let's see. Billy says, "Never give up." Rasmus is here. Says, "How are you doing?" Alexander, I'm gonna speed through the chat now because I know we're just over 1 hour. Um, let's see. I think I got really behind in the chat with me rambling about a number of topics. Oh god, I got really behind. Okay, I'm gonna. How did I get so far behind? Oh, every other week I've been so good at keeping up with the chat. Um, okay, for those of you who are still here, thank you. I'll be pretty quick. Okay. Um, Alexander is here. Great to see you. It is really cool and cozy. I'm glad you're here. Um, Yadruga says, "How long for the next author? At least 2 weeks before the start. I think maybe 1 month would be good. Um, we have to hold people like Kara back from starting, right? Like, hold your horses, as we say in English." By the way, I shouldn't. I'm sorry, Kara. I'm not calling you out. You did a great job of being patient and waiting. Um, Alemán Explicado says, "I would like to know the author of the next round as soon as possible. I like planning ahead." Um, let's see. Okay, I'm going to skip through a couple of these. People say earlier sounds good. Okay, that's good to know. I think we're going to do that. I like that. And then that way Richard can have his time slot. Oh, LKM, you might be onto something. I'm not gonna call out the comment, but you might be onto something. Okay, lots of good feedback here. Um, mm, mm, mm. Emily says, "I think your tracking sheet design is very customizable. It works super well for me, and it's been really motivating to see my progress." I'm good. Glad to hear that. Thank you. Um, let's see, kind of skipping through. Yeah, I've spoken to Richard. I think he's gonna stay at 5 o'clock. So, I mean, we've always said, hey, do the best time that works for you, right? But of course, if there's a way to not have the same time, then I'm happy to move things around. Let's see. Some people are laughing in the chat, and I don't know why. Harper, what are you laughing at? This is the problem because I take too long to read the chat and then I fall behind. Oh, I think people are laughing at my accent. Is that what's happening? Okay, I need to start being more quick with the chat so I can keep up with these things. Okay. It seems like my accent was actually a hit. I thought you might all leave the live stream when I did that, but um it seems like it was okay. Um Edward says that was great. Can you do a drunk accent as well? You see, I have not spent a lot of time in my life drunk, so is that just a lot of slurring? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Richard's here. Good to see you as well. Okay, I'm trying so hard. It looks like I am. Oh, I'm still behind. Okay. Kara says, okay, they're chatting. Zero Monday says, Robin, what about people just send you money for the production and shipping costs? Yeah, I've thought about that too. Maybe an optional, like it could be cheap. It could be like $5 to cover the production and the shipping, and maybe throw in a tracking sheet. I don't know. That's definitely an option. That could be nice. I don't want to make any profit from it. It'd just be nice to cover the cost, right? So that could work. Um, okay, I think we're basically at the end of the chat. Edward says best live stream ever. That is so great. Cat topics, improvised accents. Until next time. I'm glad that you all had a great time. Okay. Oh, Kara says, no offense taken. I know I'm incredibly impatient. I need to work on that. Okay, looks like I have finally reached the end of the chat. Jahira said, would you consider having another mini live stream for CH in the book club with the note spoilers ahead? Oh yeah, that's also a good idea. Oh, the chapter. I see. Yep, that's a good idea. Well, everybody, we've reached 1 hour, 6 minutes. It has been so much fun. I think this was a really good time. Kristen says, who is the next orphan? I'm not sure if this was intentional, but I'm imagining that in like an interrogative voice, like, who is the next author? Tell me now. I want to know what's going on. Okay, that's probably not what was intended. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Yes, like the video if you enjoyed it. I never say that. I'm really bad. I hope you had a good time. I thought this was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for an amazing third round of the book club. Sending you all big hugs, all the good vibes. Have a great Sunday night. Great new week ahead. Yeah, cheers. This was a lot of fun. Abrazos. Sending hugs. Merci. Bonsoir. Matane. Ciao. Bonne nuit. Have a good day, everybody. Arigato. Otsukaresama. Everybody. Otsukaresama. Bye. Vielen Dank. Abrazos.